So, got a few things that I'd like to share with you tonight, today, this morning, wherever you are. First of all, have you committed this time to sit and listen? If you have, then we can do a little meditation together. If not, pause this or stop this. Go off and do what you need to do, and then come back when you're ready to commit yourself to this time. Then we'll do a little sitting together, just a couple of minutes, just a little clearing of the mind, letting go of the day, letting go of all the information that you've received, and just really being here and now. It's certainly the best way to absorb new information, by clearing out the old, or at least making space, being present, being attentive, being clear. So let's see how we go. Just make yourself comfortable. Just relax your shoulders, relax your face. Let your whole body relax. Start to feel your breath at your nostrils. As you breathe in, feel the cool air coming in. As you breathe out, feel the warm air going out. And relaxing as you breathe in, relaxing as you breathe out. Really enjoy breathing. Enjoy being here in your body, here and now. Notice how your mind has probably already started to calm down. Less intrusive thoughts. Just breathing in and breathing out. Allowing nature to take its course. Your breathing is also part of nature. Your body is part of nature, an inseparable part of this universe. We love nature, don't we? So, you may realize you love your body, you love your breath, you love yourself as a part of this universe, as a part of nature. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing. All your senses are working. You can feel your breath, you can feel your body. It's the sense of feeling. You can hear the sounds, and the sense of hearing. Smell the air and taste your mouth, whatever taste there may be. When your eyes are closed, you may still see some color, some light, sometimes moving, changing. or simply darkness. When your eyes are closed also, you may see pictures or images in your mind, imaginations, mind-made mental images. It's normal. And you may be aware of thoughts in words, stories, concepts. The 5 physical senses are working and your mind is working. You may even have some feeling in your heart now, some emotion. We also call that part of the mind, the 6th sense, not only intuition. And everything's alright as it is. All the systems of your body are working. Your heart, your lungs, your breathing, your nervous system, digestive system, your immunity system is working very well. All your systems are working, all your senses are working, body and mind are working. The nature around you is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. In fact, the whole world is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. In this moment, actually, everything is the way it is, and we can say it's all right. As it is perfect. Simple, natural, as it is. If you wish to continue with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. If you'd like to open your eyes, feel free to do so. Just don't fall asleep. That would be a handy thing. Quite often in a guided sitting meditation, I will say the words, nowhere to go and nothing to do. So this is a natural part of being still, being silent, natural part of meditation, having nowhere to go and nothing to do. But it does sound a little bit like our lives at the moment, that most of us don't have too many places to go and we don't have too much to do. So this little thing that I've been sharing in guided sitting meditation is actually becoming more of a reality. And certainly in my years as a monk, sitting in a meditation center, in a monastery, meditating day in, day out, I really didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do. And I resolved myself to that fact. And when you allow yourself to accept that, it changes everything. But while you're in a state of resistance and going, I should be doing something, I should be achieving something, I should be going somewhere, I should be meeting people, doing things. As long as you're thinking that way, you're going to create yourself a whole lot of suffering, mainly due to the resistance to what is really happening. And what's really happening? Well, I'm sitting here, or in this case, right now, sitting here. I got nothing to do. Just listening to this bloke talking. Here I am. Nowhere to go right now. Nothing to do. Can you allow yourself to not have to achieve something right now? You don't have to go anywhere right now. You don't have to be talking to somebody right now. Can you see how your mind constantly wants this stimulation? Constantly wanting somewhere to go, something to do. Can you acknowledge that? Allow that to be present and accept it. And while doing that, you might find that the mind calms down and actually it's right. Don't really have anywhere to go or anything to do. And when you accept it and start to really feel it, wow, this is kind of nice actually. So a couple of things also that came up there. One is boredom, that now maybe you're feeling boredom. Perhaps other members of the family, if you've got the kids at home, that's going to be pretty boring for the kids and very trying for your nerves to be constantly trying to entertain your children, maybe other people as well, or even yourself. It's a bit harder with children, especially teenagers. The thing is that we are so used to being stimulated that when the stimulation is removed, we find this doing nothing to be incredibly boring. And again, because of our resistance to that, because we want to be doing something, because that's what we've been conditioned to do, then we create this frustration, this resistance just causes suffering. And what about when we acknowledge, oh, this is just boredom. See how the mind doesn't want to be present, wants to go somewhere else, wants to do something else. This is why many people find it very difficult to meditate. They say, oh, I can't sit still, or, I keep thinking about other things. Well, in this meditation, vipassana meditation, especially my freestyle vipassana meditation, what we're really doing is we're watching the mind, how it's working. We're not saying the mind has to be like this, or you have to stop thinking, or you have to, be perfectly still. I think being still is a good thing in meditation, but in this sense, for now, watching the mind, watching those thoughts, watching how the mind keeps wanting to jump to the past or jump to the future. It wants to escape from the present moment. Why can't the mind just be here and now? So we've been overstimulated, and therefore anything that's not stimulating automatically becomes boring. People say, meditation's boring. And I say, no, meditation isn't boring. You are boring. You created that boredom in yourself, because meditation can be highly stimulating, very engaging, very profound, and can give you amazing insights that you would never have found if you just went on falsely stimulating yourself with a whole lot of useless things, which is what we really tend to do in our lives. So believe it or not, this being at home, being quiet, being still is a really good thing, especially when you're able to accept it and just be here and now. Do what we just did. Come back to your breath. Allow your mind to calm down by observing the nature of the in and outflow of the breath. Even check in with your senses, each sense one at a time. Even check your mind. Are you thinking about the past or the future? A simple tip is to just say to yourself, you could just say past, past, or reflecting, reflecting, remembering, remembering. Or if your mind's projecting, 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 planning, planning, or simply future, future. As you label that, what happens? You're back in the present moment. Here you are, back in the body, back with the breath. Actually, everything's all right. All the systems are working. There's nothing to worry about. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything right now. Maybe take this moment just to be here and now. You can learn a lot about the nature of your mind simply by this very simple practice. Give it a go. See how you go and how you feel about it. So another point that came up was this constantly trying to achieve something. We have been brought up to be achievers. We must have a goal, we must then have a plan, we must execute the plan, we must achieve our goal, and then you're a winner. And so, that gives you a sense of purpose in your life, and this makes you, a really good human being because you've kicked your goals and you've achieved what you set out to achieve. There's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead with it and do it as much as you like. But again, in this situation, when we find ourselves at home and we can't perhaps do all the things that we want to do, you are in fact allowed to let go of your constant drive for achievement and this continuous pumping up of the ego, driving yourself. This is also somewhat connected to perfectionism. This constant drive, constantly having to make things right, make things perfect, get what you want, do what you have to do. It makes you tired. And that's another thing that comes up, is that when you stop doing things, then you become really tired. It's pretty normal. So have a look at these in your mind. Maybe see if you can understand how you've been driving yourself, pushing yourself to achieve something, to get something. So I notice this, when I'm here by myself for the whole day, day in, day out, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should get some chores done, maybe I should, achieve something, or, prove myself to somebody. But I don't really have to, because I'm the master of my life, and am I trying to prove myself to myself? In fact, that's quite often what we are doing, is because we've tried to prove ourselves to our parents and our teachers and our bosses and our partners and our children and our friends and everybody else in our lives, that actually when nobody else is around, we just do it to ourselves. We seek approval from ourselves. It's a mild form of madness, and it's really unnecessary. But you can see how we're conditioned to do this. Check it out for yourself. And again, maybe you can see that you don't really need to do that. And then you can settle into this moment. Allow yourself to be as you are, and stop beating yourself up for not doing things. Okay, if you've got things to do, go and do them. And then you're going to have time on your hands when you've got nothing to do. Then sit down and appreciate that time. Allow yourself to be here and now. Relax. Learn how to relax and to be here and now. It's one of the greatest skills as a human being that we can learn. I know that sounds crazy, because we are taught to be ambitious and drive and work and get what you want, and even more than what you want and what you need. But your ability to relax, to calm your mind, and therefore calming your central nervous system, which is actually going to promote immunity, strength in your body, in your cells, in all the systems of your body. This makes you a fantastic human being. And how does it happen? By being still, by being calm, quiet, present, here and now. Another thing I often say in the guided meditation is there's nothing to get rid of. Nice little reminder. What do I have to get? What am I trying to get in this meditation? What if I'm not trying to get anything? What if I really just let go of trying to get something? And not trying to get rid of anything. Not trying to stop anything. Not trying to stop the thoughts. Not trying to stop the anger or the fear or the worry. In fact, what we do is we observe them as they arise naturally. And then we accept them. Ah, here's the anger again. Let me feel this. How does it feel in the body? Why does this anger arise? What's the cause for it? It's not just the external cause, but there's something inside you that's getting angry. Why are you reacting and responding with this anger? Is it necessary? Is that what you want? Does it make the world a better place? Does it make you happy? Does it make other people happy? Is it useful? Is it beneficial? Does it serve me? Some really good questions in there. Maybe you'd like to use them. I love them and I use them for myself. Check your mind. Check these mental states that come up as they come up. We're not trying to get rid of them. We're learning from them, accepting them as life lessons, as teachers. That's a very different attitude, and when you have that attitude, actually everything is all right. This whole thing that's happening in the world now is really, it's like a test. It's really a lesson. And if we have the attitude of what can I learn from this, especially what can I learn about myself, about my mind, about human nature, this is going to be far more important to you than what you could learn even from a university or particular subjects. Learning through your own experience by watching the nature of your own mind. And one more little thing I'd like to share. When I sit down to meditate, to remove expectations from my mind. And I said, I know we're not trying to get rid of things. But if you set yourself up well, when you sit down to meditate, and just say to yourself, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it true? Do you know what's going to happen in your meditation? Actually, do you know what's going to happen when you step outside your front door? We don't really know what's going to happen. We don't know what sound we're going to hear next. We don't know what feeling or sensation we'll feel in the body. We don't know what smell will come through the air, or taste. Taste we probably would know. We don't know what thought we're going to have next, and we certainly don't know what mental reaction we're going to have. So this statement, I don't know, becomes very true, very profound. I don't know what will happen. Anything can happen. This also is a true statement. Anything can happen, honestly, really, anything can happen. Externally in the world around you, or internally in your body and in your mind, anything can happen. Just check that your mind doesn't go to something negative and say, oh, something bad's going to happen. Miracles can happen, beautiful things can happen. And then the third thing I remind myself is, let me watch and learn from what happens. So this is the right attitude. So first, I don't know what will happen. Anything can happen. Let me watch and learn from what happens. I don't know what will happen. anything can happen. Let me watch and learn from what happens. This becomes my mantra for life, and I share it with you. I take it everywhere, not just in meditation. So I hope that is useful for you. Thank you very much for listening. I really do wish that you are, like me, safe and peaceful and healthy and strong. May all your family be safe, peaceful, healthy and strong. And may all of us, everywhere, be safe, peaceful, healthy and strong.